Hey everyone, Jason from Beer and BG here. Thanks for coming back around for another video. Today, I would like to share with you guys something that I call the backgammon shot clock. Let's go. So unfortunately, this method came out of a recent loss that I had in one of our club's weekend tournaments. It was a 5-point match. I was winning 4-1. So I was 1 point away from winning, and my opponent was 4 points away from winning. So I almost had the match in hand. And what did I do? I timed out. If you're unfamiliar with competitive board games like chess or other games like Scrabble that use a game clock, in backgammon you get 2 minutes per point of the match. So in this case, your total time bank is 10 minutes because it's a 5-point match. But then you also get a 12-second delay. So the 12-second delay counts down, and then once that reaches 0, it'll start eating into your time bank. So needless to say, I was taking a lot of time to make decisions over the board, unnecessarily. Because there are a lot of positions in backgammon that shouldn't take you that long once you've become more experienced. But what did I do? I took a lot of time. So I need to come up with a method that's going to help me make moves and make decisions quicker over the board. Enter the backgammon shot clock. So this method is going to build upon something that I showed in a previous video. It's one method that I use to improve my game, both over the board and just in theory with backgammon. So I wanted this to be an add-on to something that I already do in practice. I introduced that method in a previous video, and at the end of this video, I'll include a link so you guys could take a look if you haven't seen it yet. Instead of using just a normal game clock in practice, I wanted to find something that would give me both visual and audible cues to remember to make a move within a certain period of time. So what did I find? I found a shot clock app in the Apple App Store. This is not a promotion for the app. It's just one that I found that I liked. It had everything that I needed. A big visual display. It had audible cues when you hit 5 seconds to go. And it also gave you a really fun shot clock buzzer at the end if you expired the time. So today, I'm going to show you guys how I incorporated this shot clock method into my practice. Just like in the last video, I am going to roll the dice and play both sides of the board while using the clock and plugging everything into XG. It's a little complicated because you got to do 3 different things at once, but the more practice that I have with it, I feel the more rewarding it's going to be. So let's take a look. Before we get started, I need a little refreshment. This is Beer and BG, by the way. Now I'm ready. I got my beer. I got my board. Let's go. All right. So we're going to go through this together. Real quick, I want to show you guys how I have everything set up. So you'll see I have the board here with the white and the purple checkers. The inner boards are here, which means we're going to bear off over here. Normally, I would have our shot clock set up right here or just off this. That's how we do it when we play live with our club tournaments. Instead, I have this large tablet with the app pulled up. So you can see it's a really large display. Nice big digital display with the numbers and the controls. So just to show you how the shot clock works, when I press the start button, you're going to see the numbers start counting down. And at any point in time, I could stop it to pause it. Stop, pause, whatever you want to call it. I can add time if need be to correct it. I could reset it if someone dropped, like if I dropped the dice on the floor, or I could simply start it again. But the one thing that I really love about this app, and again, this isn't a promotion for the app, is that when you get down to 5 seconds, you start to get that audible cue. And the best part is when you reach 0. As you get that lovely shot clock game buzzer sound. So I'm really hoping that Incorporating this into my current technique with playing both sides of the board and plugging it into XG is going to help me it's going to remind me or ingrain in my head that I need to make my moves and my decisions quicker. So why don't I just take you through a few just so you guys see how this works. So with the opening roll, I'm not going to use the shot clock. All right. So we have a 6 for white and a 5 for purple. So white won that roll. Let's go ahead and click here. So 6 and a 5. All right, so for this one, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and run my checker all the way out, okay? So I'm gonna plug that into XG. Okay, so at this point, now what I'm gonna do before I pick the dice up, just like in a normal game, because my opponent would have hit the game clock at this point, and so my delay would already be chewing down. I'm gonna hit the clock, and I'm gonna pick up my dice, and then I'm gonna roll. So I'm rolling for purple. All right, so a 3 and a 2 for purple. So let's come down with the 2 and out with the 3. And I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna reset the clock. So a 3 and a 2, I'm gonna enter that into XG. There we go. So again, now for white, I'm gonna hit the clock. I'm gonna pick my dice up. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna make my move first. So I'm certainly gonna make the 7 point. Okay, stop and reset. A couple of easy ones to start here. All right, so again, let's do a few more just for fun. So for purple, I'm gonna pick up the dice. I'm gonna roll. All right, I got a 4 and a 3. So I'm definitely gonna make the 3 point here. And why don't we just come down with the 4? Let's get ultra aggressive, especially now that we have an anchor. So I'm gonna reset that. So you could hear I was already starting to get the audible cue. All right, so I had a 4 and a 3. So let's make the anchor with the 3. Now let's come down with the 4. All right, not bad. We're doing pretty good so far. Let's do another one. Let's roll for white. All right. All right, so a 5 and a 3, so I'm definitely going to hit out here. All right, pretty easy. Okay. Well, I can't just sit on the bar, you know, so on the bar, take a drink. Let's roll for purple. So I'm going to hit the clock. All right, a 3 and a 1. So why don't we clean this up a little bit? Stop it, reset it. 3 and a 1. Let's come in with the 1 first and clean up the 3. There could have been a better move here. Let's just take a quick look at what that is. Aha. Yeah, I already have the anchor, so I might as well slot and start making a good point. So I hope this made a little bit of sense of what I'm trying to do here. I already use this method where I roll and play both sides of the board and incorporate that into XG. And you guys could watch that first video here in a second when the link pops up. But with this one, I needed to add an element that helps keep me on time, that helps push me to make decisions and to make moves faster over the board, whether it's a cube decision, a checker play, counting pips, whatever. The shot clock, I feel, will help me between the visual and the audible cues, especially that harsh buzzer sound at the end, will hopefully help keep me on track to make moves faster. And over time, I could start decreasing that 20 seconds down to 15 seconds, or I could even go to 12 seconds. The app is customizable, so I can do whatever. Again, this isn't a promo for the app. It's just one that I found that was free and that I liked. So I'm sure if you don't have an Apple device, if you have an Android device, there's probably something comparable in the Android or the Google Play Store or wherever you get your apps from. So that's all I got for today, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. If you don't mind, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you like this video and if you want to see more videos like this. Hopefully it helps someone out there. I know it's going to help me. Maybe it'll help you. Either way, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for stopping by, and I look forward to chatting with you guys online. Cheers.